Thursday night smokes this week. Going for an old faithful. Basically, I'm going to go for the Bolivar Belicoso Fino. I do like the cigar. I had a Monte 2 over the weekend, and that's another one of my go-to favourite cigars. Especially this time of year, it's just a nice, basically a strong cigar to end the day with, especially when weather's been like this. It's been lovely today. Also decided I'd use my 90th anniversary Calibre V Cup. This is the one that's got London on one side and then New York on the back. I'm using this less and less because I've had it for so long. It's getting a bit worn, and I do really like this cutter, and I don't want to basically break it. I need to service it, if I'm honest. At one point, I'll get round to it. Interesting. I've eaten a lot of sweet stuff recently, and I think my palate has changed a bit. Picking up more sort of walnut. No, walnut? Is it walnut or is it? No, more chestnut, if I'm honest. More of a chestnut note and cedar than I was expecting on that. And as I'm on a bit of a sweet kick at the moment, I've gone for the Balvenie American Oak. I've not had this since my birthday. As you can see, not a lot has gone from that at all. Another, whilst I think about it, a little tip, especially with these which have corks in, I find it's always best just to upside down it, or turn it upside down before you take the cork out. A, you'll get a bit of a sound out of it, and B, it stops the cork from splitting, which is very annoying. In my Diamonds glass, which I do have to admit I highly recommend. Yes, I am biased. I really do like this glass. I think mainly because of the weight. I think it's the weight of it reminds me very much of an old school tumbler from the 40s. That does, well, it smells of American oak. So if you like a woody note, sort of American oak, obviously wood, sort of note to your whiskey, I think this is not a bad one to go for. Oh yeah. There's a lot of sherry in that as well. Oh, that is sweet. That's really, as you can see, my eyes are watering. And that's only a 43% whiskey. So it's not cask strength, but it does pack a punch. One of the funny things this time of year, especially when light is like this, butane lighters are not the easiest thing to see in daylight. I have a new link in my link tree for Diamonds if you want to go check it out. It's definitely, and I am biased because I've got one, it is definitely worth having it if you like a good solid whiskey glass. Whilst I think about it, I want some recommendations. Good podcasts to listen to. Anything from about half an hour up to an hour would work well. I'm looking for stuff either not really music related because my music tastes are very eclectic, but sort of gaming related, cigar related, whiskey related, or even rum actually. That might be quite cool. So yeah, send me some recommendations in the comments and I'll check them out and let you know what I think. At the moment, I think this cigar is too light for that whiskey. And now this is a medium to full-bodied cigar, so that is a surprise, I have to admit. That's got a lot of sherry in the back of that, and the hint of oak that's in it, I think, is what's hiding this. This isn't strong enough to cope with that. So that's an interesting turn up tonight. Now here's a stupid little fact that sits in my brain. Do you know in an average bottle of whiskey there are 28 shots? It's one of those things you never really think about. Halfway through, it's definitely into the second third now, the flavours of that are really beginning to sort of, it's hard to explain it. It's not like it's mellowing out, but it's balancing. balancing out. Yeah, balancing out, I would say. So the wood notes are definitely becoming more refined and not harsh, and the pepper's just giving it an edge. The sweetness of that is now perfectly cutting through, so they're now balancing. They're not over. One is not over the top of the other one, if that makes sense. So they're a perfect combination, really, which is really nice. It's a very good way to spend a lovely Thursday evening. Anyway, hopefully everybody's enjoying their week. Weekend's almost here. I got another bourbon arriving on Saturday, so I'll be doing another bourbon video over the weekend, and that'll be up probably Sunday. So that'll be the second out of the 3 that I'm doing. Yeah, on that note, have a good Thursday evening. I shall catch you on the next video.